Good morning. It's early Sunday morning and I am pretty much the first person here at C-Space. Just gonna head into the studio. I'm Brian Batista. My friends call me Bunny. This is episode 59, Balanced Teaching. I absolutely love coming into the studio every day. In fact, I don't think there's any place that I would rather be, and I don't know that there's anything that I would rather be doing. At Thanksgiving, my mom told me that when I was 7 to 9 years old, that I had told her that my dream was to make a place like this, a place for people to come and be creative and learn and make art in. Well, I'm here and I'm always busy now. Christmas is a-coming and classes have come to an end. But I want to talk about my teaching style, what I think I'm trying to do here, and also mention all the classes that are coming up, because the new year will be here at any moment and people will be scrambling to sign up. It's prudent to begin with the calendar, and every single day we begin with drawing, allowing ourselves to warm up to study our subjects of light and dark values. Then, after lunch, we're able to take that studying and warming up and apply it in paint, making ourselves more effective, spend less time, and also waste less materials. The overall mission at the Atelier is to help foster appreciation and understanding of the arts through the development of creative and technical skills in order for you to make long-lasting, well-crafted, high-quality, and more especially, beautiful representational artworks. And how we do that is a combination of traditional historical teaching methods mixed with a contemporary approach. I believe in beginning with the basics and also try to cover with an overall umbrella so that even from day one, you know what to expect in the class and you have some idea of what you're looking for. That helps you as a student to develop the right kind of questions and to get you able to keep your eye out for the kind of landmarks of what you should be looking for as you're learning. I'm sure my students would say that I fill them with an overwhelming amount of information, just so it's stuffed full, this foundation of knowledge and practical skills. And I saturate each class with a lot of this so that there are different things that I might say in different places where it might sink in for each individual. The path to learning is an interesting one. And I like to think about it like this, like when you first learn to drive. I'm your driving instructor. And you had all these controls in front of you and you weren't sure what was important or where to look or where to put your focus and energy. It's just kind of a lot of things happening at once. In fact, it might even be terrifying. But after a while, when you start to master each individual control and you begin to know that you need to shoulder check here and turn your turn signal on here, you start to become very comfortable. In fact, it becomes easy and second nature. In the same way, your drawing tools or your colors on your palette become just as easy and natural for you to use. Learning new skills can be frustrating. And there's a natural ebb and flow with improvement. People want to walk in the door and walk out Michelangelo, but this is an analog thing, and it is a slow and gradual process. One, of course, that I feel is very worthwhile. And I've noticed through teaching, the hurdles tend to be the same, and people are going through the same thing. There's a natural ebb and flow. So for me, it's also important to be engaging and entertaining. I can't just give you inspiration. You still need to show up and do the work. So I pepper the day with stories that help make it stick, and my personality. And maybe my dad jokes are cheesy, but if they help create a light and fun environment, maybe even one that's slightly humorous, I feel that it can really help the student integrate what they're learning in each class. In the end, art is really about the choices that you make. Once we have a knowledge and an understanding of how we function effectively, plan out our compositions and drawings, we make our observations, and through those observations, we base our decisions. For example, I also ask the students if they can draw a self-portrait, but without looking at themselves. Interestingly, we've spent our entire lives looking at ourselves. And yet, we've really never seen in the way that an artist needs to see. Seeing the planes upon the eyelid, seeing and understanding the placement and where things go. Or I give the students, draw me a tree. And it's interesting because we all have looked at trees, but we've never really seen a tree or understood how nature undulates, how we need to turn ourselves as a conduit of explaining the things that we look at. So, distilling it down, what am I doing here? Well, I'm teaching people to see and to use those observational skills, to use the tools and techniques that are available to artists, to allow them to make choices to create and express themselves beautifully. If you are interested in signing up for classes, you gotta get in early because classes begin the third week in January. You can do so by signing up at atelierartistayyc.com. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Dream on. Ciao for now.